The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the Tulane Green Wave, Human Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Tulane Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have the ball first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, Dave, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Here's a hit. Had to throw it before he wanted. Guys, let's take a second here and talk about Tulane. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder. Haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
The LSU Tigers offense will go to work for the first time today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a...
Breaks free in the middle. At the 30. 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. It's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Tulane comes to the line, lots of work to do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him, turning it on. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Running through contact. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Run in the red zone, it's Payne. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away, nowhere to go.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll pull it on the read. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Touchdown, Tulane! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. He's got it on the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Johns. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And they can't make the connection. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Complete. Across the 25, he's got room. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive gain.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him. B, getting it to him quickly.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. He'll try to tack on one more.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Breaks into the open. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. 1st and 10 coming up. The give to the back. Finds a little space. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. The option look. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to throw. It's Johns. Throws to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Right on the money. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll do it himself. Got some room headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe
Touchdown LSU! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They go to the ground. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. He's got it. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Quarterback on the move, still looking. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. Fires on the move. Connection to the right. And the defense drags him down. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Johns. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Under fire. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Throwing on the run. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season. They'll try to get him on the fake. Sometimes in life, there's only one thing to do. Punt. And they should punt. The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The inside handoff. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. He's piled up 97 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Here we go, set. Might as well give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Johns. Quarterback extends the play. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Looking to convert, LSU comes to the line on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Fires left. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll start this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Payne. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. About to start here in the second half, Tulane will kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough...
Oh, he's got some space. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. And what do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here. And this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's John. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Coming to the line looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. 1st and 10 as the clock winds under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. They'll give it to the back. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add that.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the pitch.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that 1st down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the 1st option, playing the 2nd option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterbacks sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end. But all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
wasting no time throwing on this drive. It's complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Not much feels better to an offense than to get some breathing room with an explosive play like that. Now 1st and 10 from the 39. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll go right back to the run. Got room to work. Turning it on.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that